that New Edition song, "Tell Me, Baby, Can You Stand the Rain?" If you can't stand the rain, then you will never get the sunshine. So what is it that you're willing to stand the rain for? And can you visualize that in the beginning and say, okay, when it starts raining, I'm just going to put the umbrella over my head and just wait it out and wait for the sunshine. That's key for investing, key for anything. Um, Also, I think representation, women seeing women doing these things, just like black people seeing other black people doing these things makes a big difference. And if you don't know, we partner with Tierra Williams, who is part of Fly Nubian Money, and these are really smart black women. Dr. Lene Javette, who is a world leading expert on black women starting businesses and things like that. She has a PhD in this. Constance Carter, who ran the largest black-owned real estate firm in California. You got and really, you think about this, right? The black community has like black women professionally speaking have been just this super strong outlier. You know, like don't get me wrong, everybody ain't perfect, and I'm not talking about everybody. Like I'm not a liar where it's like I'm just gonna say that you're automatically amazing because you're a black woman or because you're a black man. I think when you call someone king or queen, you got to earn that, right? Like it's either something you've earned or something that's aspirational. Like it's conditional on who you choose to become. But I just know so many women that have chosen to become extraordinary people, and in my view, that is an opportunity. I think that and what's also unfortunate, what's interesting is when you look at, for example, the fact that so many black women lost their jobs, in the Trump administration and everything else, you kind of unleashed this extraordinary potential of women who always knew that they needed to start a business, but never could really kind of push themselves to do it, or always kind of had a feeling they wanted to do it, but couldn't get the confidence or couldn't find, or were waiting for the perfect situation. Sometimes it helps to kind of be pushed out there a little bit, right? And so sometimes the situation calls for you to grow. Some growth sometimes doesn't happen when it's convenient or when we're ready or when we want it, because growth is very painful. So sometimes in life, if you're really blessed, then you will receive adversity. I mean, if you really want a great blessing, you're going to get a lot of adversity in your life, and then what you're going to do is you will counter that adversity with resilience, with focus, with pushing yourself, challenging yourself, and you'll always come out stronger in the end. Like Dr. George C. Fraser says, he says, I prayed to God for flowers, and He gave me rain. And you work through the rain, and then you got all these flowers. And you're like, well, how'd you get the flowers? Why wouldn't they got the flowers if it wasn't for the rain? So the question again, tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Shout out to New Edition. I think that that's a great metaphor for almost anything significant that you want to accomplish in your life, financially or otherwise. All right. So before I mention that stock, speaking of stocks, we're going to meet at noon today for the Stock Market Investors Club. So if you want to come in and talk about stock for an hour with me and kind of look at the market, stuff like that, here's a link that gives you discounted access to join. You can join today if you want to. I'll put that link in the chat. It's right there. And for those that are watching the recording, the URL is drboycestopmarket.com. It's drboycestopmarket.com. And the stock that I picked today, that I just bought some shares in yesterday, is Constellation Brands. Constellation Brands. The ticker symbol is STK. STK. And the reason I bought Constellation Brands, it's really interesting. They said that this company was struggling a little bit because they make beer that is mostly drank by people from other countries. And what they found was that they would drink the most beer at social gatherings, right? Well, if you don't know, a lot of the social gatherings of people from other countries have kind of shrank a little bit because they're worried about ICE raids, right? So they had this. So I just listened to an analyst kind of break down how he felt that once all that stuff kind of goes away, is it STZ?